I didn't hear you. Hello, Anthrocon. That's better. Everybody, we want to welcome you back to the most livable city of Pittsburgh for Anthrocon 2022. I am KP. I am with the board of directors. I'm going to be introducing a couple of people real quick for you. First of all, the chairman of our organization, the venerable Dr. Sam Conway, also known as Uncle Kage. And a very, very new member of our staff, Ronnie the Noodle Dragon. And folks, we wanted to welcome you back to Pittsburgh, but Pittsburgh upped us one. We have a special guest that wanted to come say hi and meet with Dr. Conway and Ronnie and all of you. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my distinct honor to introduce you to Rich Fitzgerald. He is the county executive of Allegheny County. That is one step above the mayor of Pittsburgh, just below the governor. Everybody, Mr. Rich Fitzgerald.
Welcome back. We missed you for a couple of years. We're glad to have you back. Pittsburgh, we love you. It's been a great tradition over the last decade or so. I've been the county executive for 11 years, and every summer we really enjoy, having you come and visit and learn about some of the great things that this city and this region has to offer. And I know you have embraced Pittsburgh, so Dr. Conway, thank you so much for the work and all of you doing. We're hoping you have a great couple of days here in our great city. My job was to make sure that the weather is nice, so far we've been doing a good job of that. Might get a little bit hotter tomorrow for the parade, but I know you guys you're used to that. You're ready to go. You're going to enjoy this fair city, and again, we're glad we missed you for a couple of years. We're glad to get on the other side of all that bad stuff, and glad to have you back. Welcome back. Thank you.
And we wanted to make sure that everybody is aware, Rich and the city of Pittsburgh, Visit Pittsburgh, and the David Lawrence Convention Center have put together a tiny little video to welcome all of you back to Pittsburgh. Everybody, Anthrocon, take a look at the screens, and welcome back to Anthrocon.
There we go.
actually representatives of all of our partner hotels. Big round of applause for the people that are letting us live here for a few days. Thanks, everybody. Everybody, we are really happy to be back. I'm going to turn this over to Dr. Conway because in a little while, I'm going to be meeting with a representative from the Heinz History Museum. Anthrocon has become so important to the city of Pittsburgh, they're going to house a permanent collection of Anthrocon artifacts and memorabilia. So, Dr. Conway? Uncle Kage? I think I'm going to give this to you.
Thank you so much, KP. We're allowing performers on stage, separated from the audience safely, to remove their masks so it is not too terribly muffled. Please keep yours on. Most of you are aware I am a scientist. I know how that whole SARS-CoV-2 thing works. Keep your mask on, please. I'm not going to get at all emotional for that welcome that we had from Pittsburgh. I guess really the only thing I can say is, suck it, Philadelphia. I was speaking to some members of the media yesterday, and something that occurred to me that I've said over and over again, I honestly do believe that Pittsburgh and Anthrocon need each other. It is so good to be back. Ronnie, I need some help from you. I wrote this in Science-Ease, and I can't read my own handwriting. What are we talking about?
Well, let's take a look at all the notes that you've got written here. Okay, this is 2 bottles of Washington Estate. Oh, no, other side. Yeah, other side, oh, there you go. All right, well, as we all know, we've been away for 3 very long years, and it's absolutely amazing to be able to see everybody gather once again in the beautiful city of Pittsburgh and in the David L. Lawrence Convention Center. And we're joined this weekend not only by thousands and thousands of furries all over the world, but we've also got some of our special guests who have been waiting for quite some time to actually make an appearance here in Pittsburgh, haven't we?
Correct. And not only waiting for quite some time, but waiting for quite some time in their seats. So we'll get straight to it. I would like to introduce, because there's a nice lady waiting backstage, and she's sitting there all by herself in the dark. For the past 3 years, we had been waiting to invite Wildlife Works of Pennsylvania. They are a wildlife sanctuary located not far from here. They will be our charity this year. I would like to invite Beth up onto the stage, and the long trek up past the... Hello, Beth. You care to say a few words to the good folk out there?
Greetings, Furry Nation. My name is Beth Schoaf, and I am the director of Wildlife Works, which is your chosen charity for 2022. We are a licensed wildlife rehabilitation facility, so we take in native species that need help, rehabilitate them, and return them to the wild, and that's our mission. So, you know, all of you are animal lovers, but please don't come to our table if you get a boo-boo. Because we don't have our first aid kits with us. But we're so happy to be here. This has been 2 years of anticipation for everybody. Again, welcome back to Pittsburgh, and thanks for having us. We appreciate it so much.
Thank you, Bill. Now, Ronnie, we've got a bunch of ways people can help out Wildlife Works. You want to give the rundown?
Oh yeah, well, for those of you that are familiar with Anthrocon's charity events, we've got quite a few of them that are going to be returning, including things like our charity raffle, where you can go to the charity table, which will be located in the dealer's room in halls A and B, and you can participate in a charity raffle for the chance to win some super cool and nifty, and sometimes even one-of-a-kind items there. And you can also be buying into some of the things in the charity auction as well. We've got the charity auction with all sorts of great donated gifts and items. That's going to be at noon on Sunday. And in addition, if you like a little bit of laughter to go with your charitableness, you can watch the charity show, which will be featuring yours over here, as well as a bunch of other super stellar lineup of performers on Sunday at 4 o'clock. But if you want to just give money because, you know, you're feeling charitable, you can also donate directly to the charity through the online link on the website, or if you look around the different panels of the convention center, you'll see a QR code that also has that same link, and you can use that to donate directly to them.
Anything else?
Give them money.
Good. I was hoping to stall for time. Who is Slow Deep?
Slow Deep?
Slow Deep.
I don't know. I've never heard of that winery. Oh, we're looking at this part.
Yeah.
Oh. I think that's actually...
Sue Deer. Okay, terribly sorry. Science writing. Our honored guests this year, the first guest that I would love to introduce, and I was going to say an old friend of mine, but a long-standing friend of mine, shall we say. One of my long-sitting friends, a person of remarkable talent. She created the comic strip, A Domain of Our Own, quite a number of years ago. It became essentially one of the pillars, one of the founding pillars of furry fandom. I would like to introduce down there, if you care to stand up after sitting all this time, Sue Deer, ladies and gentlemen. And Sue will be around, and she will be perfectly willing to sit and talk with you. Unfortunately, you know, we all are advancing in age. I've heard she's been telling some stories about me in my younger days, which are, you know, old people. Just take it with a grain of salt, right? Don't even bring the subject. Let's move right along, shall we? Okay, this one I can certainly read. Monsieur Flipnote.
Oh, yeah. Special just from all the way from France, which is like...
Stand up, please.
Oh, yeah.
Mr. Kage Flipnote, ladies and gentlemen. Guys in the back, do we have an example of Mr. Flipnote's work that we could put on the screen? If you're not familiar with it, you should be. He's got like 1.1 billion YouTube followers. So...
And not only that, but you'll be able to see Mr. Flipnote's animations all around the DLCC all weekend long. If you look up at any of the digital signboards, you're likely to see a bunch of bouncing animals doing this, and they've got like, you know, very stick-like figures and very happy smiley faces, and when you look at it, you're just like, oh my gosh, like nothing's wrong in the world. This is adorable.
That's a pretty good job. That's a good impression. Guys in the back, do you have that queued up? Apparently they're still working on that. Small technical difficulties. Mr. Flipnote, you have something in your hand. Wait, you wish to say a word or two? It's crystal board. I like it. Oh my goodness. It's not animated, but it is original artwork from our guest. Merci beaucoup, mon ami. We are very, very, very proud to have you here. And I'm going to put this here to stay safe, so I don't get wine breath all over it. And Ronnie's been practicing how to say this all day long. Would you care to introduce our quadruple set of guests, please?
Absolutely. So, all the way from the land of the rising sun, also known as Japan, we've brought some amazingly talented musicians that, you know, they were performing all over Asia, and actually, I believe you had the chance to see them once, didn't you?
I did.
And we saw just what they had to offer to not only the crowds in Asia, but just to the furry fandom in general, and we really wanted to give them the biggest stage possible to share their talents. So all the way from Japan are the group known as Sokyokokokokoko. How many is it again?
You know how to say it, you just don't know when to stop.
Sokyokokoko.
Allow me. Sokyukokoku to kaoru hashita. Dozo. They will be entertaining you tonight and Sunday with the taiko drum and traditional Japanese flute.
You don't want to miss those concerts. Those are some of the most electrifying musicians that you will have in this fandom.
Yep. I want to give a special shout out to some folks that I hope you haven't met. We are in remarkable times now with the COVID pandemic still not quite finished. We were required, really, both from an organizational standpoint and a moral standpoint, to try to keep all of you as safe as we can. We required, naturally, either proof of vaccine or a recent negative test. There were a number of folk whose recent negative tests were not in a form that was acceptable. We were terrified we would be turning people away, but to our rescue came a group known, and I really wish they would get a different name, they're known as DRIP. That's their name, but they are providing on-site COVID testing. So it really was a lifesaver for us. The folk who came by, they are able to get them in here. So they're downstairs working. Guys, if you can hear my voice down there, bless you. Thank you so much. Let's see. We have a bunch of other guests, luminaries you have seen before. We have Bodsy Bodge. We have alcohol. We have Pandy. Peeper C. Tanya Sang, Kubar, and Raz.
Dude, this is like the spice list.
Scientists don't write. We just don't. I'm sorry. We have a lot of great performers up here. You'll see them on the stage. If I didn't read the name, it's because I can't read it at all. I'm terribly sorry. But you will see them on the stage this weekend. We still have a few operational points, like where to find things. I'll let Ronnie tell you.
Well, we want to make sure that you're as well informed and as able to navigate our convention for, especially for the first timers. Actually, let's see a show of hands real quick. Who here is here for the first time?
Holy Mother of Toledo.
Hey, come on.
If there's a hand, one's over in the air.
So, we want to make sure that you all have the best time possible, whether you're new or if you're returning to Anthrocon, and the best place that you can find information is in our convention operations office. You'll probably see it if you walk towards the dealer's room and you see a very big table with some blinky lights. That's our information desk, and you'll be able to find pretty much anything you want to know about this convention at the information desk, as well as the convention operations team inside. And if you have any concerns regarding anything safety related, or even things like accessibility, we also have our safety team, which is newly located in room 308, right across from that information desk. So that's where you're going to go if you want to find stuff for the convention. And in terms of finding our schedule, when things are happening, when things are opening and closing, how do people find that?
They can go online. And how do you get online? If you look at your convention badge, which all of you are wearing and will wear throughout the weekend, because the only way to enter the building is with a badge. All entrances, with the exception of Hall D, are Anthrocon badge holders only. On the back, there is a QR code that you can zap with your amazing technologically advanced cellular telephone. And I am so pleased that it actually works. I was sweating bullets when these came back from the printer. So you can zap that and get the current schedule. We have printed schedules. As you know, plans change. If you have a printed schedule, please be aware that there are some things that by necessity have had to change. The online schedule will always be current. Always be current, won't it, Ash? Yes, it will. Thank you very much, Ash. What about our hotline?
Oh, yeah. Well, for those of you that had a chance to look at the back of your badge, you might notice that there is also a phone number that you can see there. That phone number will connect you directly to our convention operations team. And if you, again, have any questions or you'd like to report something that you've seen or heard at the convention, you can use that convention number, and it's a local number. It's 412, which is Pittsburgh, and it's very easy to remember the rest. It is PA, as in Pennsylvania, furry. So all you need to do is call some furries in Pennsylvania and they'll get the help that you need. So again, it's on the back of your badge and you can call them whenever convention operations is open.
And believe it or not, that was completely accidental. Talon got the number for us and we looked at it and said, wait a minute, do you realize what that spells? Hey! All right, let's see. We mentioned our charity, we mentioned our folk down there. I just want folks to understand, we are here to serve you, we're here to make sure you have a good time. I want you to please keep in mind two important things. Number one, our staff, present company excluded, are all human beings. They have strengths and weaknesses and they get tired. Number two, we are massively understaffed this year. There are some staff members who, because of the events of the past few years, simply were not able to join us this year. We have some staff members, I am very sorrowful to say, will not be joining us again. So we ask for your patience. The staff are doing their damnedest, believe me. But if you still go home after this weekend and can say, I had a good time, then for us, it will all have been worth it. Ronnie, anything I've missed? The rest of this stuff is just completely incomprehensible.
Dude, you started writing in longhand. Who does that these days? Let's see, this, and that. That's another grocery list. You gotta get new pieces of paper, man. Stop recycling the same notes.
Wait, I could have put that, I could have typed that on my cell phone, couldn't I?
Scientists.
Old people. Yeah.
Scientists.
Sorry.
All right, I think we covered it all.
I think we covered it all.
Yeah.
Since we covered it all, I know you guys are eager to have fun. I have been waiting 3 damn long years to say this. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Pittsburgh. I declare Anthrocon 2022 open for business. Thank you all.
Stay safe and have lots of fun this weekend.